Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and today I thought we would make some more of these little magnet things, or cover them up. So I had one, a different Christmas one that I covered this morning just to get an idea of if this was going to work or whatever. I just used old book page. There's a little piece of Tim Holtz ruler fabric, a little green bow, and one of my little bumblebees from my bee journal add-on, sorry. And then I did a little eyelet there and a jump ring, a pretty good size jump ring, and then just, some beaded stuff hanging off the jump ring. And then on the back it looks like this, so no matter which side of the page it's on, it looks cute. And I just inked the inside because it was just white, and I wanted to make sure you can kind of see through this hole, and plus when you look into the side, I didn't like it to be white, so I inked the whole inside of that. So that was pretty easy. So I thought we could do another one. So here's my little thing, and then these are from Artie Maze's Shabby Chic kit, and I just thought they're kind of a good size. Like, I should be able to get quite a bit of the image there, and I'm not really worried about the numbers or whether it looks like a ticket or not. I just thought that that would be kind of a good use for those. So what I might do is put this one on, fold this over. Even though these will be upside down, I think they'll look okay upside down. So let's do that. Sorry, my allergies are going nutty, so my throat is bugging me today. Hope you guys are all having an awesome day. We're having a pretty good one around here. Just went and did sort of a mock driving test with my son, and mailed a bunch of stuff at the mail, and had to pick up my daughter's car. It was getting fixed. The air conditioner went out, which is always, great in the summertime. So just stuff like that this morning. So kind of a little bit later for my video, but I think it's alright. So we'll just kind of put this right in the fold of those two tickets. It seems to be a good size, like it's just about, the perfect size for that. And then I'm just going to come down and fold it over, and I'm not going to get that whole image, but it's okay. And then I'm just going to put a little glue here so that I get the fold good. Now the tricky part is I kind of want to cut around it before I do the other side, because otherwise I won't be able to see, the shape of this. So probably should have done that before I put glue up there, but these are kind of slippery because of the coating that they've got on them. So it's kind of hard to glue them. But I just think this is a good way to use these if you're not into like whatever image is on them, if you've got some. I know there's a lot of this type of stuff floating around from the scrapbook days. I mean, if you want to use the Christmas ones for Christmas, that's awesome. I just think it's fun to cover them. And you could make something like this by, if you've got some magnets and just fold a piece of paper over, basically, and you'd have one. So see, there's that, and you still get some of that ticket number. It's just kind of fun. A lot of that's going to get covered up, so I wasn't that worried about it. Yeah, my allergies have been not too great. And so then this one's right side up with the butterfly. So that works pretty good. You won't see a lot of the butterfly anyway, but whatever is seen. But yeah, you could, use a thicker paper, like maybe part of a manila file folder, and just have a piece and cut it in whatever shape. You wouldn't even have to do this little oval thing if you didn't want to, but you could. And then just put a couple magnets in there, because it's just those thin magnets on each side. So that would be pretty easy to duplicate if you don't have any of these. Okay, so got that there. We need to do some inking because I'm not loving the way that is, but I might just cover that with something else anyway. So just making more ephemera basically. And we're just going to open it up. Get some ink in here, and if you're making these at home, you might want to just let that dry entirely before you mess with it anymore. It's just for obviously filming purposes. I kind of need to get on with it, but I would normally just let it dry all the way first. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to use my silent setter. I don't have a crocodile, and the thing that I do have doesn't work very great, so that's kind of like a crocodile. I don't know which side I want to do. Maybe I'll do this side since that's all upside down over there. But the other one that I did, I just covered with book page, so you could do, you know, something like that too. So the silent setter, I don't even know if these are available anymore, but it's BeebeeCraft, and it just has different sizes of these that come in and out, and just put it where you want and poke your hole. You just got to push on it kind of hard, and this might be a little harder because it's pretty thick, so pardon my arm in the way there, but see, it does a nice hole. And then it has the eyelet setter that just goes in there. But like I said, I don't know if those are available anymore. They're just kind of a holdover from my scrapbooking days. But then you just put the eyelet in and fit that into the hole and push down. If you can. I gotta bring it closer, sorry. Get my whole body in it. Yep, that one's not going to work either. I'm going to have to do the those eyelets. I got them as part of a set, and I don't love them. They're super hard to get. So you might want to mute your camera for a minute because I'm going to bang on this right here. So it's okay. Hi, I'm back. That was way too loud when I started banging that thing, so I'm just gonna take that portion out of the video, so I apologize for that. Was very loud. So there's going to be a little weird gap right there. Alright, so I have a little charm thing that I made here that we're going to put. So we put our eyelet in, and I just put a large jump ring in there, if I could talk. And then I have some pliers here. I'm going to just open this, which is super duper tiny, but I'm just going, you know, focus. Yeah, my camera won't focus on it, it's just too little, but I just pulled them, you know, opposite directions. Don't pull the jump ring open like this. You want it to just pull it apart kind of thing, so that you don't change the shape of the jump ring. So I'm going to put the smaller jump ring on that larger jump ring, and then just bring them back together again so that they meet up at the right spot again, so you don't get any weird gaps or anything. And then I'm just going to squeeze it a tiny bit. Not with those because they're the wrong kind. Oh, see, and then I just totally munched it. These are just easier to grab with. So we'll put a different one in there. Since I messed that one up. Are you leaving?
Yes.
Have fun.
Bye.
Hi. He's going swimming with a friend. Yeah, the kids watched Hamilton last night, but they never could find the remote. I mean, they got it to work, but yeah, so that was kind of funny that he just found it after them all searching for it. I'm telling you. So these are just some charms with some like little rhinestones in them that I want to add one of. But you know, use what you got. I'll put another little jump ring. And of course these two are hooked together. And a lot of times they're already partially opened, so if you just keep following that direction of the way that they're opened, then you can, you know, it's just easier to open them. Sometimes I'm just better off doing it with my fingers than I am with the pliers, but see, so then now I've got a little sparkling one on there. And then maybe I'll just do some plain jump rings with like one bead, kind of like I did for the other one. And I'll just put one pink bead. So this would be good for like a shabby chic journal. Yeah, this is I wanted to try making jewelry, but now I know this is probably not my thing. Okay. Or at least not on camera, right? I mean, it's fun, it's just very tedious. And these are bigger beads and stuff too. Oh my goodness. Key. This just goes to show if I can do this, anybody can. Right now I can maybe hold it. And I kind of want it at the back of this one here. Allie does this and she makes it look so easy. Alright, so there's our little dangles and things, and then we can add a little something to that. Let's see. I think one of these might be kind of fun. Like one of the little ones or something. Nothing very big, obviously, because that is just a tiny little thing. That's why I added one of my little tiny bees on here, and then I just cut this little butterfly out of some scrapbook paper that had little tiny butterflies. Because you definitely don't want anything very big. Everything teeny tiny. And we could put a little piece of lace or something on there, maybe. Sorry, I gotta grab these scissors. Just gonna cut. Actually, I might kind of squish it together there. I should probably move you guys in a little. I was going to do that and then I forgot. I just don't, because I forget that I have it in close and I don't want to leave it there, so I try not to put it in really close. Just put a little tacky glue. And just squish it a little. It should stay down pretty good once I get this on there. Oops. Jumping all over the place. Alright, can you guys see that okay? So now we need to do the other side. Make it, I don't know, it looks kind of cool just the way it is, but maybe we'll put something so our numbers aren't upside down on there. These are all Tracy Fox. Let's see if this will fit. I think it's fleurs. I think that's what it says. It's kind of hard to tell. It's so tiny. Oh, and you guys are like right on top of it. Just squish it a little bit. You don't want it perfectly flat. Ah, it's jumping around on me. I don't think I got enough glue under this part right here, so that's why it's just... Okay, so you see I just kind of tweaked it a little bit, bent it a little bit. Alright, I don't think we need anything else on that one, just a little more ink right here. It's showing the white a little bit. So that is our little, another little clip. So those go pretty fast and they're pretty easy to do. So I think that's fun if you can do the beading. Unlike me. I thought this would be another fun thing to add some things to. So I already have these made up, so maybe I'll see if we want to use one of those. That one has a hook on it that I don't want on this particular one, so let's use a large silver jump ring. These I can just kind of use my hands to open. I don't have any of the gunmetal, but it, you know, if you wanted, you can find, you know, the exact same colors of your clips or whatever, and these are those Tim Holtz clips. And then we're just gonna do a little jump ring here. I'm just going to do, you know, let's do maybe another one of those green ones, like the green that's right there. Am I too close? Oops, I needed to put that on the... Sheesh. Put it on here. Okay, then we need one for our flower. And another one. Sorry, I can't talk much and do these. Takes way too much concentration, obviously. can practically hear the squirrels running around in my head. Okay, let's see, maybe a little charm of some kind. What do we got? Got this little, it's just like sparkly. Use what you got. I think I got that off of some of my daughter's old, you know, fun jewelry, kid jewelry kind of thing. But they're pretty nice. Like, a lot of that stuff you get at Claire's is pretty decent. So, just, she went through all of her stuff and wanted to, you know, get rid of some of it. And I was like, well, might be able to use some of those charms. So, that's a fun little thing to have hanging on there. And then I'll kind of show you how I would use it in a journal. Close all this up and put it away. But one thing that I'll definitely say about BeebeeCraft is, you know, they have all their stuff in all these little boxes so that it stays neatly organized and stuff. You don't have it in a bunch of little bags floating around and whatever. So that's very nice. Oh, let me move you out a little so I can show you how I would use those in a journal. Sorry, my arm keeps getting in the way. Okay, so this is just going to be my guinea pig. A lot of these wouldn't go in here, the more shabby chic ones, but like the little bumblebee one will go. So I could maybe put the bumblebee one right here, for example. And then you kind of have those little things dangling out of your journal on the top, like right here at the top of your journal. Okay, and then this type of one. Let's see. This was a page I did yesterday. I added all the items that we made, and then I made this bag too. But it has that little folded out paper in it that we made. And then we'll do another little something like that today, but I'm just going to give you an idea. This one doesn't particularly go with this, but I'm just going to clip it on here as a, you know, just so you can see kind of how you would have the little danglies coming out of the top there. And then in this one I also have this large journaling card that I made. So that goes in the pocket, and that was just by gluing 2 of the scrapbook pages together that I got that pocket. And it's kind of tight. And didn't help having a clip on there. But I just wanted to show you how you could use it, or you could use it like, you know, holding a little book or something and then have it in here. Have the charms. So that one doesn't really go, but I did want to put the bee one in there because that one goes with that. The other ones will go somewhere eventually. So another thing I thought we could do today is a little more playing with some ephemera, and I did this by gluing 2 book pages together. I mean, this is super easy. It's just a book page file folder, which you guys have probably seen other people make, like faux file folder pockets or whatever. I don't want the picture. I'm just going to fold it over because we're just making like a kind of pocket size, or you could put it into a pocket. I like these big book pages. They're super fun, and this book otherwise would probably not, you know, super exciting, but it's fun to make ephemera with because they're nice and big. And I'm just going to trim this piece off because I just don't really want it. And I may end up cutting it smaller anyway too, but... Okay, so what I do to make those, and it's really easy and you may have seen it, but if you are new to, you know, scrapbooking, junk journaling, whatever, you may not. So this is an envelope punch board. And you just want to put the corner in so that there's this kind of metal piece in here. You don't want to go too short. You kind of want to go a little bit past where this little arrow or this little piece is in the inside. And then you just punch down because you're just trying to get rid of this corner. And I always end up with like a little extra swoop right there, so I just cut it off. You could probably scoot over a little bit more and then you wouldn't have that, but... And then I take that corner that I just snipped and I go over to the 2-inch mark, which is right here. See, there's a 2. And cut another one, and I just like the size of that. That's just my own personal thing. Everybody's got kind of their own way of doing it, and I'm going to use this cutter because the other one messes up the pages. These old book pages don't cut very well, so. And just make sure you don't cut your little tab off. Like, even if I don't get all the way up to it, I can always snip it with a scissor. I just don't want to cut off my whole tab because that's the point of having doing this, right? Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this a little bit smaller. I don't want it quite that long. Let's do about there. Just want to make sure I get it as straight as possible. And I'll probably cut a little bit more off the bottom as well. Let's do 4 inches maybe. And that's a different size than this one, but it doesn't matter. You can make them any size that you want to make them. So that's just how I get the little tab at the top. From there you can do it however you want to do it. I'm going to fix this because I realized this just a touch longer. Okay, and then we can decorate those. Let's start with the little one. See, that's where I ran it in my the other cutter that I have, and it kind of just got messed up. Tear ruler, and this is just some scrapbook paper, so use whatever you've got. I'm going to come up a little bit higher so that I can get that tab. I'm just going to come over a little bit so I can see where the bottom is there. And I'm just using scraps, so just, you know, you can use whatever you have. And of course I always have to, I'm going to take a little bit more off the bottom, and I'm just not going to worry about it because it's not straight. And I'll just add something else down there anyway. It's not a big deal. So I'm just going to glue that like that, and I'll cut around that where that tab is sticking up. So yeah, we're working on getting my son his driver's license, so I'm just doing some like practice driving tests and that kind of thing, so, so he knows what to do. I'll use this. I'm running out of my other glue, so I'm just using one of these from Target. You just have to make sure you either put other glue with it or sew around it, because it just doesn't, I mean, it sticks okay, they stick pretty good, but they're not as reliable as my Scotch Create is. I just gotta order some more. And I had these, so I'm like, maybe I'll just use these up on these things that I sew. Oops, I forgot, huh? I'm gonna go up here and line it up with the tab, right? See, if I talk, then that's when I start messing everything up. Because I'm a dingling. And I still didn't get it all the way up at the top. Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that they're both going to be driving. It just goes so fast. I just cannot get over how fast time goes. Okay, let's go ahead and do it all the way around, even though some of this will be covered. Alright, so what do we want on that? What else do we want on that, I guess I should say. Maybe some music. So yeah, this is another super simple, obviously, book page, something to make. And you could do that with, you know, just a folded in half book page, like if you were using for glue pages or whatever and you had them, you can just cut the tab at the top. So you don't have to use a specific one for that. These would be great to mass make because you could make a bunch of them like pretty quick, I think. These are one of the word ones. Kind of like this one with this red in it. And these may end up in that journal as well. But it's coming along pretty good. I should have it done this week. Hoping. I'm afraid to do too many more pages because it's going to get so thick. You know, that's kind of rough. And maybe a Tim Holtz person or one of the pictures might work. Let's see if any of these are short enough. Oh, these two are cute. They fit. They'd fit over here more, which might work just fine. They're all cute. It's like you can pretty much just grab one out of the bag as long as it's the right size and put it on. I'm done with the Tim Holtz people. I kind of go through phases with them. I'll use them a whole bunch and then I don't use them for a really long time and get them out again, you know. It's like that. They're just fun. And I'd go from the back like this, especially around these spots, so that hopefully I'm hitting the white spots without getting like ink all over their faces and stuff. That, and I kind of feel like it still needs a little something and I don't know what. Maybe one of these numbers. And this is just a scrap of paper I have. It's Jenny Bolin, and I don't know. It's pretty old, so. But that's what it is called. Maybe a red one. just do this 40. I just like them because they're numbers. What am I doing? And then I'll stitch around that, and I think that'll look pretty good. Could add a little piece of oh, somebody was talking about library, or it was a comment actually in my comment section of yesterday's video about COPA and library. Library doesn't have to follow COPA because they are not for profit, and all their profit goes to the creators and, you know, the patrons or the people that are watching. So because they'll give you cryptocurrency, which can be converted into money, you know, based on your views and how long you watch and, you know, all those kind of things. So they're not for profit, so they don't have to follow COPA. So it was one of those things I just didn't feel like typing all of it out. I was making dinner when I read it, so, but I just wanted to address that. So that's what the deal is with that. That's why, you know, it's a little bit different than YouTube as far as the COPA and all that. And like I said, the only rule they have is that whatever you put up on there has to be legal, but you can say, you know, whatever. It's just freedom of speech, basically. So, not that I say anything real exciting anyway, it's just that the COPA thing, you know, is a little worrisome for any creators because you can be like demonetized if they decide that your videos are for kids or whatever, which is kind of a bummer. I mean, we all know these really aren't for kids, and I don't know that kids would be interested anyway, but it's just the point that they get to decide that. So that's where the rub is. So it's nice just to have another platform anyway. You know, it never hurts to get more views out there, or more platforms for people to see your work and stuff like that. Since it is my job, my income. Right. But there, you know, there isn't a whole lot of crafters on there now, so I'm hoping there will be. Otherwise it may be more of a detriment than a help, but I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I can always just, you know, get off of there or whatever. It's not a big deal. But thanks to the people who have gone over and given me a little support, I appreciate it. Alright, so I'm gonna stitch around this, and then I will come back and show you what it looks like, and I think that'll be a video, so I'll be right back. Okay, so here it is all stitched around, and I did not back it because I'm going to use it as a pocket, but if you wanted to use it as a journaling card, just back it before you stitch it or whatever. So there's that, and then our little shabby chic kind of charm magnet. And then one of the Tim Holtz clips, just with some bling on it. And then the one that I made with the bee. So I hope that was kind of a fun little thing to do. I hope you guys all have an awesome day. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe, and we'll chat again soon. Bye-bye.